What's up? We're back today, baby. This is Issue 1 Podcast. I am Ben Williamson.
Corey King.
What's up, guys? Guess what? This is our first video podcast.
Today, isn't it?
No, it's not our first one
This
today.
is take number
This
3.
is take number 3. Here's the problem. We've moved, as you can see.
What?
Look around.
Wait. Oh my God! Where am I?
So, yeah, we moved. We're in our new studio space.
We are.
We like it, but there's some things that we got to adjust to.
Yeah, just a few
Don't
things.
give that face. I saw that.
You saw nothing.
There's a couple things we got to get adjusted to. For one, the sound. It actually sounds really good in here.
It's all right, yeah.
However, we got to get used to like the vent sounds and stuff. So I had to fix some, whatever. You get it.
We'll get some soundproofing in here. We'll get big neon signs. We'll get big gamer chairs that go all the way to the back of your
big neon
head.
signs that make this sound the whole time.
It would, you're right.
But yeah, there's some of that going on. But also, we were having some troubles with the topics today.
You really were like, where am I going with this?
No, it's true. So
We
decided that we were gonna talk about the bad superpowers of like pretty much overrated superheroes, right?
Yeah, what did we discover while doing that, Ben?
Pretty much every superhero's powers are pretty
They're
stupid.
pretty stupid, actually.
So
None of them will ever make sense. That's why, like,
Well,
whenever it comes to watching movies, I can't watch it with, like, super dudes who are like, bro, Spider-Man is stupid, doesn't even make any sense. It's a fucking man who
see, but that's the
Cuss word
problem.
warning,
Is we
3,
were
2,
almost
1.
we were almost doing that though.
For both of us. But you're right. We were.
And turns out like you pretty much have to, like, it's a given. Excuse me, that you're gonna have superhuman strength, right? Because you can't. Here's one that I was thinking about.
Okay.
Reed Richards.
Yep.
Okay, if he doesn't have super strength, he gets stretchy and what? He still can like hardly bend his arm back. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, have you ever tried holding 20-pound weights out here?
Yes.
So what's it like whenever you're stretched like 60 feet long and you're like,
No idea.
you know what I mean?
There's a lot of questions to be raised.
So that kind of stuff.
I've never liked stretchy characters. Let it be known here. I'll say it right. I have never fucking cared about it. Elongated Man, Plastic Man,
Stretchy balls.
Mr. Fantastic, Miss Marvel, none of them. Have never gave half of a flying fuck about any of them.
Yeah, actually.
Put your phone on silent.
It is. It's just vibrating loud. All right. So what are we talking about today, Corey?
Wasted potential. A lot of wasted potential, aren't we?
But in particular with the villains.
With the villains, yeah.
Which there's a lot of wasted potential with these villains.
There's a lot of wasted potential for heroes too, but that can be a whole nother day. I mean, there's a lot to talk about there too.
I feel like the villains are worse though.
They're definitely worse.
Bro, I found so many more villains that are worse than these than the heroes I can think of.
Honestly,
Just like villains that I really wanted to see, like done well, and they weren't.
just weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, heroes, I mean, it's kind of hard to fuck it up. Because if it's there are really no supervillain movies except for Joker, right? That's pretty much as far as that goes.
I mean, there's a ton of hero stuff now.
Right. But
That
it's
should have been villain, but
it's, even like those anti-hero, people or whatever, their villains are just more evil than them. And they were done wrong too.
yeah, but I want to see a real movie where it's the villain's perspective. How cool would that be?
And
they're obsessed that they're right so much to the point that the hero is in the wrong to them.
I said this whenever we did our
guy.
Suicide Squad review. We should have had a Mad Love movie with Joker and Harley. But it should have just been them running rampant around fucking Gotham City.
Yeah.
And Batman is the villain.
See,
That could have been incredible.
now Joker 2 is happening, and it's not going to be like running around rampant, though. I don't think. It's just going to be like...
Behind the scenes stuff leaked today.
Tell us about it. I don't know about it.
In it was Joaquin Phoenix Joker, but he was dressed in an all gray, white, silver like suit. And then behind him, he was being chased by somebody in his first Joker outfit situation. And then behind that person was the same Joker makeup, but in a different
So they're getting
outfit.
out.
So they're either he's definitely getting out. But what's potentially happening is those are copycats, those are fans and followers, or they're doing an actual 3 Joker storyline. I don't know.
Well, that's cool.
See, this this is what's exciting about this movie, but also disappointing at the same time. This can go fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
There's no limited bounds for which this is held by.
That's why I like these
Batman
Elseworlds
probably
stories,
won't
by the
show
way.
up again.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Not for the... I don't think in there, no.
James Gunn went out of his way to say, in my DC universe situation or whatever, he said, we're not going to have 4 fucking Batman running around. So probably no Batman.
Yeah.
I think he wants to stick with Rob.
I don't think that was ever their intention in Joker 2 anyways.
Yeah,
have a
probably
Batman
not.
in there.
Yeah. There were like rumors that like Bradley Cooper was going to be Batman, but because he's a producer on the first film, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, I did.
So I
It
wouldn't
makes
hate
sense
that.
because it's almost like they're forming it into the team that made Star is Born.
A Star is Born. I wouldn't hate a Bradley Cooper Batman, Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and Lady Gaga Harley Quinn movie. I wouldn't hate it. I'd be totally cool with that. Just around this time, let's not do the he's still building up to being Joker. Can we just, he is the Joker. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, the Joker.
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. All right, Corey, are we going to get into this, though? Speaking of Joker,
Yeah.
I have him as a wasted potential.
I could tell.
And, I'm talking about DCEU.
Okay.
It wasn't the other ones.
Oh, okay. Jared Leto's version.
Jared Leto's. Think of how cool it would have been to have a real Joker with an actual DC universe.
A real Joker with a real Harley going against a Batman,
real DC.
a real Batman, a real DC universe. And also, like, looking back on it, Jared Leto's Joker probably should have just been the villain of the Suicide Squad. Because that's happened before. Batman Assault on Arkham, Joker's the villain in that. And it's a Suicide Squad story. Probably should have. Instead of being in there for 10 minutes. David Ayer just dropped another, like, here's another look at the Joker you guys never saw.
That could have been good, but not if it was how Jared Leto did it.
Oh, I agree. Okay.
That could have been cool.
Joker should have been the villain, played by someone else.
Yeah.
I get why they wanted Jared Leto, because he's this, like, he's got this reputation.
I think he could do it good, by the way. I just think he just had that wrong mindset going into it.
I kind of wonder if he's directed wrongly. I kind of think he might be.
There's a lot of him doing that. There's a lot of him doing that.
There is a lot of improv stuff. That's right. Because here's how I feel. In Zack Snyder's Justice League, I see nuggets of a decent Joker there. Some of the line delivery is pretty good, and some of the dialogue itself just isn't very... It's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like...
It's bad writing.
I don't know if it's totally above Joker to say he'd give Batman a reach around, but it feels like they just wanted to take it as far as they
I'll be the bigger man.
and give you that reach around.
The little boy wonder is going to give you a reach around.
I hope he's 18 in this universe. That's actually been circulating a lot on Twitter.
Lately.
Circulating a lot on Twitter lately.
What, that Robin... What?
Just people just discussing that Robin situation, which I don't know why, because it's just a fucking empty suit in a glass case.
And it looked good, too.
It did look good.
I like the suit in the case.
Somebody put up on Twitter
But
and
he's
argued,
supposed to already be dead, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, people were arguing that, like, against the Batfleck thing, and they were like, if this is supposed to be Batman at his darkest, you cannot argue that he wasn't this dark before. And people were like, that's not true. And then this guy, quote, retweeted it and was like, look at this fucking Robin outfit. He has a fucking murder spear instead of a fucking bow staff, which is true.
Yeah.
At the end of it, it's just a fucking spear.
Yeah.
I don't hate that idea, because I think he could use a spear for other reasons than killing people, but yeah, he probably was killing people with it.
If it's Ben Affleck's Robin, they were blowing people up.
They probably just had shotties on them, like taped to their back.
It's like that. They took the technology from Penguin.
Yeah, he has a bow staff shotgun instead of another. That's incredible.
Oh my god! All right. Yeah, so that's kind of Joker. I think he's wasted.
Yeah,
at least in DCEU. Are they going to bring him back for their new DC universe?
No,
I don't think so either.
I think there's enough hate on Jared Leto.
Here's
right
what
now.
they're gonna do. They're gonna run this with the Batman 2. Mm-hmm. They're gonna have a little Joker in there, and they're gonna do something completely different with the universe.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think everybody's going to get Jokered out if they do another Joker.
I think in the Batman universe, this version of Joker won't be the leader. He'll just be kind of more of the foil. Just kind of somebody that just gets in the way of the story at one point. Because that's kind of how he is in Hush, where he actually just shows up and he causes problems for Batman. And Batman's like, so you're a part of this or whatever. He's like, nope, somebody just let me out of jail, so I just thought I'd come kill a few people.
Yeah.
Like, I think he'll be more that kind of role.
I think so, too. Just like the Chaos Creator.
Because I think we just don't need another Joker leads the story movie right now. So.
I don't think so either. I think, I'll say it again, I think Bane would be great for that universe.
I am firmly on, I would like to see a Bane Azrael, the Batman movie.
Yes.
Throwing a little bit of Robin in there.
If they did that for the third movie, where Robert Pattinson's supposed to be pretty older, maybe, if this is only going to be a trilogy.
Yeah. You know what? They should introduce Robin in the next one and then do proper Nightfall. Yeah. And instead of having it be Tim Drake, just have it be Dick Grayson. And then at the end of the story, he just becomes...
See, and I think a lot of people get angry. Oh, why do you just want to see the comic book redone on the movies? That's not what I want. I want them to do their own thing. But I want like a Nightfall style of movie.
It's like how
Bane.
If you watch The Dark Knight and the Batman, those two movies are not Batman: The Long Halloween at all.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of flavor thrown in there, a lot of seasoning, if you will, Ben. Oh. So just do that.
Who's your first villain?
The first person to have on this list is Gore the God Butcher.
Yep. I had him high on my list.
Yep.
The sad thing is, it was close, man.
It had a good performance still.
Funnily enough, he still carried the movie.
Even though he was still wasted. That should have been incredible. That should have been top 3 best villains in the MCU. Yeah. Easily. Yeah. How do you fuck that up? I'll tell you how. You fucking choke the movie with jokes. To death. You choke that movie to death.
It's all just a joke.
It's all just a joke.
Here's my thing. Mm-hmm. They want to do these bigger villains, right? I agree. We should... this is hard. Okay. Mm-hmm. How do you do movies where there's always a villain every movie? But then some of them carry over, like Kang and Thanos. Because...
Yeah. Some of them die and some of them come back. How do you
draw the line of like what's worth it and what's not?
Of like what do we kill off versus bring back later, you mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or just keep bringing on, not necessarily bring it back, just keep bringing them back.
I think that just all depends on the story. And where does the story end? Where should it end?
Like, let me throw in an example, because this is one of my guys, MODOK. He was absolutely wasted, in my opinion, but he's not a carryover villain either. Mm-hmm. I think, if anything, at max, he should have been like a Red Skull, where he's like maybe 2. Mm-hmm. But I think he could have made a great solo villain that sets up for something bigger, like a Kang.
What I would have liked is him be a henchman type if they had established AIM properly, just have him be maybe like an assistant kind of guy, where he's like kind of always there, helping whoever the main villain is. Like, you kind of have him always there, and then give him a movie to shine and get killed off. Maybe like 2 movies, you get a post-credit scene where he gets a big head. Second movie, he's helping whoever this guy is, but he doesn't join the fight. And then the third one, it's his villain time.
So, but that's the thing with Gore for me is, I loved how you spelled Gore wrong.
Unreal.
Sorry, I was just looking at that.
I spelled it G-O-R-E.
Bro,
I'm about to read this to make sure I made no more spelling mistakes.
Listen. That's the thing with Gore. I think they wasted him in the fact that he should have been a carryover kind of villain.
I think so too.
But then again, he's one of those weird ones that's like, don't linger on him too long.
He also hasn't been on that many stories at the same time. Maybe he could have been one. Should have been a damn good one at the very least.
A good one. Because he's a god killer. I don't think people get that.
See, that's one of my biggest problems with him. We didn't get to see him fucking kill anybody.
No.
He should have been tearing It should have been like kind of like in Guardians of the Galaxy, how we see Ronan the Accuser. He's going planet to planet, just fucking murking people. We just get little like snippets of
The only thing I liked is that the gods were like, oh, we're not going to take this serious.
Yeah.
And then they like had to take it serious.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, it never showed us any of the other battles that weren't just like, here, I'm gonna put some demons on your kids in the town.
That's true. That one scene is incredible, but like, why the fuck? He had 2 great scenes, and the rest were just whatever because he got choked in bullshit.
Are you talking about the second good scene is like on the planet,
On the
little
planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where everything goes black and white. I also like the moment with the kids.
Which one?
The one whenever he rips the fucking thing's head off, and he's like,
You do like that?
Yeah. But I don't like his motivations.
Exactly.
I think it's acted well, but the motivations don't make sense. Because I get it. The Necro Sword is fucking with his brain and whatever. But I get it. I said this in our initial review. The whole reason behind him doing these things is because his daughter died.
Kid.
So for him to kidnap other kids and scare them, I find a bit not consistent.
It shouldn't be about scaring the kids, but I guess if he was going to do that, it should be more about like, oh, he's getting payback by taking their kids. But I just don't see that in his character design. It just doesn't make sense. But also, yeah.
With him, I think it should have just felt more like he tries to level with the kids and be like, look, kids, like I'm trying to protect you from these guys. These are the guys you need to worry about.
Yeah,
that would have made a bit more sense.
I think what would have made a better character of him.
But he just likes scaring him for fun.
How about they just throw away the idea that the Necro is even messing with his head? Because it makes it a better villain if they're so determined that that's what makes them the villain, not some stupid, oh, this sword makes him a bad person.
Yeah.
Nah, the sword just makes him a strong person, and it amplifies what he's already thinking.
Yeah, I don't like that either, because then it just becomes one of those things where at the end, the hero goes, you know what? I'm not going to fight you. You already won. But it's your decision to make.
We already have Green Goblins, Doc Ock. Like, we already have these kind of guys. We have enough of them. How about we just have a guy that has like a serious motive that becomes powerful? I like that. I like Doc Ock once he's like evil or whatever, but I think before he becomes evil, he should have been more of an asshole. Oh yeah, I also agree on that.
You know, he's very, very nice
he's really nice
until the moment. But I also like that moment with Peter on No Way Home where he's like, "My gosh, you've grown up. How are you?"
Yeah,
trying to do better.
That's so genuine from Toby too.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
He's like, I'm trying to stop yelling at paparazzi.
Corey, you're gonna laugh at this one.
Get out of the way.
You're gonna laugh at this one, okay?
Yeah. What is it?
I'm cringing saying it, bro. Galactus. from Fantastic Four.
Oh my God, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
You mean where he was just a big fucking cloud?
A fart cloud, the dirty bubble.
He was a big fart cloud.
He was just a dirty bubble.
What's funny is I didn't even realize this as a kid. As a kid, I was always like, oh, he is the cloud. If you rewatch that, there's a scene where Silver Surfer's flying up through it, and you see the shadow of Galactus behind. So it's him just doing a big suck. That's how he tries to eat the Earth. He's trying to smoke the Earth.
But then he just like comes around. He comes down to like that stupid little forest area. It looks like the backwoods of Canada, and they're just like, yeah, or whatever, and they're like shooting it or something, right? They're just remember that whole woods scene. It's like if the Grand Canyon was filled with trees.
That's
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's whenever they use an EMP on the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fucking the thing yells at the bear and he's like, "Fuck you, Smokey," or whatever for whatever reason.
But doesn't Galactus's fart cloud come down and like start? I swear he's right there.
What happens is
I think
it's Silver Surfer. Whenever he flies really fast to certain places, he like drains the place of water, and then I think the only Galactus thing is just the big fucking shit cloud.
Yeah, but when do we see that?
The cloud? It's whenever they're in the city. Because remember, Sue Storm, like,
either way,
she gets a nosebleed or whatever. Like she does in every movie.
Galactus, yeah. She was the OG 11. That's funny.
Oh shit,
That's
she
funny.
was.
That's
that
actually
shit gets
funny.
irritating after a while.
You know what's funny?
Both Fantastic Four and Stranger Things.
Every time I watched Stranger Things and Eleven starts getting that nosebleed, I was always like, I feel like I've seen this before. Now I know.
That's what it's
now
from.
I remember.
I had that same thing.
Really?
Where I'm
It's
like, I'm
Fantastic
sick of
Four.
people having too much power and getting nosebleeds.
Too much
and then I'd be like,
power.
what the fuck is that from?
Oh, too much power.
Take it back. Not a wasted villain. I actually kind of like that villain in that movie.
He's great in that.
like emotionally and like physically.
I got a second one that might surprise you real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Abomination.
I had him on my list too.
Oh, did you? Yeah, you.
No, but I thought about him.
Yeah, you know what? Abomination is terrible,
He is terrible.
especially once he gets into MCU.
He
like officially.
is balls in She-Hulk.
Yeah. Well, he's not even a villain.
He's not. Sorry, big spoiler. He's not at all.
Yeah.
There's never
No.
even a moment where it's like he's just not.
Well, they kind of lead you on, at least from what I watched of She-Hulk.
From the trailers,
That's like, oh, maybe he can go a little crazy. I don't know.
yes.
No, he doesn't go crazy.
At the end, he does show up and he starts having a fight with Hulk, and then she's like, "Nope, this isn't how my show's gonna go," and then reverses it all.
I know. I don't even want to get into that show anymore. Even in Incredible Hulk, though, I don't think he was like. See, I feel like Abomination is Hulk's like the villain, right? Isn't it?
It's his arch enemy.
Him and like Absorbing Man or whatever he's called.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and an
I
Incredible
didn't feel
Hulk.
any frang.
An Incredible Hulk, he's literally just a man that's like, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with getting this man. And you know what I do like?
Super agent soldier thing.
I do like the idea that they try to replicate the super soldier serum in him, and it makes him like faster and stuff, and it kind of works. But then he's like, nope, I want more power. And then he takes Hulk's blood.
Power.
And that's what makes him an abomination, is that he's an amalgamation. of
That's
all
what
things.
makes him an abomination.
And that's what makes him the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. The Suicide Squad.
Yeah. He just kind of just is like.
What is this? Are we some kind of the Suicide Squad?
So what are we? Some kind of the we said that in our Suicide Squad review too.
Yeah, we
James
did.
Gunn should
You
have
did.
made fun of that trailer and
I
just
know.
shot a little extra John Cena going, so what are we? Some kind of the Suicide Squad? That could have been funny.
It would have been funny. Yeah, you go ahead.
Your idea is kind of
Yeah.
wasted. I have here Ultron.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows this one though, man.
I feel like he's pretty good in Age of Ultron. Like
He's creepy enough.
acted well. He's creepy.
Yeah. What is it, James?
You know.
Why?
What's
My
it?
sister works on. I'm wearing it.
The Blacklist.
The Blacklist.
Fucking James Spader.
James Spader.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's fantastic. I think he's great. It's just that I think Ultron shouldn't have been a one and done.
Oh no.
I think he should have had at least 2 Avengers movies.
And the fact that they had the audacity to call it the Age of Ultron.
That is the problem. The Age of Ultron.
Like, wow, that was
Avengers versus Ultron for a week. That's what it should have been called. Ultron for a week.
bro.
He should have been a 2-parter. He should have been the Rise of Ultron and then the Age of Ultron. That could have been cool.
Yeah, it could have been. If he did 2 movies, that would have been perfect.
Honestly, the first Avengers movie is great. It could have just been a part 1 Ultron movie, and I would have fucked with it.
He could have set it up more to be like, the end is coming.
Yeah.
As far as leading into Thanos, that it's going to win, that he's going to win. And what would have been cool is if Ultron was actually right, and had they done what Ultron wanted them to do,
Yeah.
Thanos wouldn't have won.
True.
However, like it still would have been like the same kind of cost.
It would have been the same kind of fuck up anyway.
But I think that would have been cool if they would have played into that.
Listen, I know we're doing villains, but I'll just say it real quick. Speaking of wasted Age of Ultron, Quicksilver. Wasted.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Aaron
it was.
Taylor Johnson is
Yeah, but
Quicksilver.
you know why it was. It was because they were like,
Fox already.
Yeah, but everybody likes like this X-Men guy.
Yeah, everybody likes the Fox
Because he
one.
does these stupid slow-mo fucking scenes in every movie.
That has ruined super speed.
I know.
It
was so cool the first time. Everybody's like, yeah!
Even the second one I think is great as well, from Apocalypse, where he gets everybody out of the exploding mansion.
Yeah, but it's the fact that they keep doing it. Like, I swear.
It is.
Isn't it in every, like, New Wave one that he's in?
Well, in Dark Phoenix, he starts to do it, and then remember, she just moves a plank of wood, and he's like,
Oh,
Oh, Scoob, and then he falls.
oh,
You know,
yeah, you're right.
he literally
right.
he does an
I remember that.
Scoob.
Oh my god.
God, his face is. He's like,
Wait, what's his one in Apocalypse again?
the mansion blows up. And he
okay.
goes through and saves
Yeah.
everybody before. You know what?
So
He
the
kinda
first
has
one's
its-
whenever he's in like the Pentagon. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was great. And then also in Dark Phoenix, he does have a very good scene where he saves everybody inside that spaceship. Still the same thing though.
And then the girls.
You just kinda
And
can't
then the
lose
girls
with
in that
it.
movie have the audacity to be like, it should be the ex-women.
And
Because we did all the saving. No, you didn't. Quicksilver and Nightwing.
Nightwing, Nightcrawler. It's okay. If I was Charles, I would have looked at him and went, the fuck?
What's funny is if I was Charles, I would be like, no, you're lying to me. I literally watched what happened through your mind.
He goes,
You guys sat around.
I'm reading your brain right now, and it's telling me that you are a fucking liar.
You can't even dispute it either. That would suck.
Because
Imagine lying to Charles.
what did she
And then
sat
he just
in
does
the-
this, and you're like, no.
She sat in the goddamn passenger seat
With her seatbelt on.
entire time. Storm
Also,
did a little thing.
another thing. If we were going to go back to our last podcast idea of poopy superhero powers, Mystique's powers are good,
But never
but
uses
not
them.
for that.
She,
Not for things where it's like the world's about to end.
it's like, who are you going to
What are you going to do?
You know what she's good for? Covert, like special ops shit. Like spy shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, or like just decision or whatever you would call that.
Yeah.
That was probably way wrong. Whatever.
Decimation.
Defecation. Dude.
Because
Like,
it's a poopy superpower.
like, for instance, if she got brought up in Secret Wars. Okay, everybody's on a little planet.
Yeah.
So then you just start acting like you're someone else. That could mess stuff up.
Yeah, it could.
But
for
whenever
sure.
you're in space.
You got to fight Galactus.
You're in space and Dark Phoenix is going off and taking all the infinite power.
taking all the power.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Pretending to be another Dark Phoenix.
That's like that's as useful as a girl being up on the spaceship and being like, I'm gonna put a makeup on now because I want to look different.
And also,
Okay.
she's kind of useless in the MCU. You know why? Because
Is she in the MCU?
no, but she would be. Sorry, she would be
okay,
useless.
okay.
You know why?
I was like, what did I
'Cause
miss?
They already established like twice that there's technology where you can just take off somebody else's face.
Yeah.
and it's a shimmery effect.
Yeah, they
thing.
did. Wow.
The only difference is she can transform her body. So
Wait,
ooh,
what
she can
movie
look
was
like
that in, by the
Blob.
way?
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
She
Wow,
takes
they
off
did that
her face.
early.
They did. That's it. Isn't that kind of early for MCU to pull out some technology like that?
It's kind of not good to do,
True.
because that really squashes a lot of like abilities. We're just straight up.
That's literally Mystique's whole ability. That's Mystique and Chameleon gone.
Dude, you better hold on to that idea because what happens when they bring Mystique into the MCU? Probably coming up.
Chameleon will use that technology 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway,
Fair enough.
well, listen, do you...
Oh, wait, I think I have some.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to agree with this one. And if you don't, I'm going to probably kill you.
That's...
Carnage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. You were right. I didn't think of that. They
I
really-
saw you have Venom here, and you say Venom in every movie. I love you for that. Mine says Venom, especially in Spider-Man 3,
Oh, yeah.
because wow. But Carnage, my man, they made this movie right after Absolute Carnage, which I talk about all the time. One of the best modern series ever. And he's gonna eat him.
Yeah.
The first movie.
Yep. Head off. Carnage could have been a multiple movie villain. He could have been a Venom too. Imagine if
I
they
wanted
just-
to see him as a Thanos.
Imagine him Venom versus Carnage in Venom 2. And then in Venom 3, it's Venom and Spider-Man versus Carnage.
Yeah.
Would have been
Well,
good.
that's how it is in Maximum Carnage.
Right.
Would have been great. Oh my god, dude.
Yep.
They've just wasted him.
I said that they wasted Venom in every movie because Spider-Man 3, it's just all weird.
Yeah.
I guess they did the Eddie Brock stuff right, but he just doesn't look
I don't know.
right.
Sandman is cool. Like,
look
as far as the villains in Spider-Man 3, I like Sandman.
I think he's done...
He actually was probably done the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
Well, definitely.
Of all the villains, he might be the most accurate one.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I didn't go for New Goblin, I'll tell you that much.
Who did? Yeah. Me when I was a kid. James. Because I love New Goblin.
James Franco went for New Goblin.
Why didn't they make him the Hobgoblin? I'll never get over it.
Yeah.
It shit.
Wow.
That's the perfect opportunity.
They made him Shaun White on a snowboard.
Flying Shaun White. Look at little Shaun White Jr. Gonna cry.
Okay, guys. By the way, Corey and I have decided anytime we're delaying a podcast, we're going to post something on Instagram that says, gonna cry.
Gonna cry.
Because we're that nice. But yeah, no, we're going to do that.
Yes, we are. And
which we might have a couple delays coming up because Corey decided he's going to fly out to Minnesota for his job.
I kind of didn't decide this. I feel like it was kind of decided for me. Oh, they kind of gave me an option.
They gave you an option.
I chose work over you, bitch.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
Corey, give us one.
Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have been great.
He could have
been great. He was a she.
He could have... He could have appeared in multiple movies. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. He's supposed to be one of those guys that's like just here and there.
He seems like a good villain from the shadows who shows up and does a thing, and then once the hero shows up, he's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know? Because there are some villains who are like,
he's a mercenary.
He doesn't really particularly care to try to fight certain people. He's more a genuine.
He picks his battles.
Yeah, he picks his battles.
But also...
Yeah.
Also, he's a great fighter, so it doesn't really matter to him.
True.
He's just one of those ones that's like, I'm doing my thing and leaving.
Yeah, it's like Deathstroke. It's like, if you're not my mission, I'll probably just let you go.
It's like the more serious versions of Deadpool. If you've ever read any of the... Well, I know you haven't, but...
I have.
Whenever you read... Mark with Mouth is not serious.
Okay, fair.
But, yeah, whenever you read like the serious ones, when he just goes in, does his work, and gets paid for it, but then he doesn't get paid for it, so then he ends up killing the guy that hired him. That's kind of...
I feel like that probably happens to him a lot.
What I imagined what Taskmaster was supposed to be.
Which version of Deadpool do you prefer?
A balance. Mm-hmm. I don't want him to be
all funny
just
or
edgy or
all
MCU humor.
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't want that either. Mm-hmm. I like the moments in like Deadpool 2, especially whenever he like gets angry.
That's why Deadpool 2 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Because he's mostly just funny in the first one. In the second one, I don't care what anyone says. He has
some motives.
There's some emotional stuff in that.
Yeah.
Like with Vanessa dying and whatever, holy shit. That shit makes me sad. Big sad. Mm-hmm. It works. Those two are a really good pairing, by the way. Marina Baccarin and Ryan Reynolds. They're good together.
Yeah.
They both got that quippy, which I never would have thought came from her. Because she's always like a straight edge, like, just like, giggity. She's always like a straight edge, like, just kind of
I've not seen her in anything else, I don't think. Have I? What else is she in?
What do you... she's in Gotham. That's kind of the other thing that I know her from. And then I've seen her appear in some other places. But, yeah, she married, funnily enough... nobody cares about this, but this is just Hollywood drama. She cheated on her husband with Ben McKenzie, who plays Jim Gordon in Gotham, and they are now married. Yeah. Also, Ben McKenzie, he voiced Batman in Batman Year One, which is a good animated movie, if you ask me. Yeah, it's great.
Huh. Wow. Yeah. Nice info.
Thought you should know. Anyway, those two are great.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marina Baccarin and Ryan Reynolds. Not the homewrecker.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Yeah, Taskmaster. Not good.
Pretty wasted.
That could have been the main villain again, and kind of wasn't, in my opinion.
And I don't even...
Who was, really? It was just like that creepy old guy that was up in the clouds the whole time.
Ray
like
Winston's bitch ass.
It just looked like a BioShock Infinite area.
I don't remember what that character's even name. Like, it's probably like Papa.
It was it was something really Russian. It was stupid.
Yeah. Vladimir Papa.
Papa Vladimir.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Anyway,
I got a couple more.
Who do you got?
I got a lot more, actually.
So do I.
Baron Zemo.
I also have Zemo on here.
Actually?
Yes.
Yeah, you do. Listen.
If I don't, then I was thinking about him.
Why don't I like Zemo, though? I think why I don't like him is because we hardly ever get his outfit.
That's the only thing missing for me.
And the outfit that we get, even in like
Falcon
the
and the Winter
series,
Soldier. Yeah.
I actually hate it.
Yeah.
Bad, because it looks so puffed out here.
The hard shell.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's not what he looks like.
And there's a way to do that without it looking like that, because Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man outfit is a shell.
Yeah.
That's not his actual face against the mask.
But it's not like, the difference is you can't see his eyes, which I didn't need to see his eyes. Can't you see Baron Zemo's eyes, or am I?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Don't do that. Just put white. Because then you can see the depth of how far back in his eyes are, and you can tell the mask is out here.
Yeah, they really shy away from doing that as much as they can. And like
which part?
The white lenses thing.
But that's the I don't know. Again, that's the comics. But yeah, this ain't the comics. This is the MCU. I don't care. The comics looked better. That's the problem.
Well, it's like Deadpool looks good with the wide eyes.
Yeah, he does.
Spider-Man looks good with the fucking lenses. Mm-hmm. Let's do Batman. Maybe not the Batman. I wouldn't mind keeping the Batman without white lenses. But Batman the Brave and the Bold, they should fucking go for it.
Well, here's my thing again. MCU keeps doing all these colors and everything and blah, blah, blah. And then ground their characters. It's such a stark contrast between everything else going on.
Right.
Just go out. Go all out. No, because then some characters do go all out.
And
like Spider-Man. And then you're like, how do you mesh a Spider-Man with a Baron Zemo?
Can't imagine those two interacting.
But they're close. They're not that far off.
They got mutual friends.
I mean, if they would have done Baron Zemo right in Civil War, they would have probably had an interaction of a sort.
I don't mind Baron Zemo as what he is in Civil War, but when he made the return, they should have went all out.
Yeah. I kind of mind it, though, still in Civil War.
I like his personality and everything that's written around him. I just want to see the suit. Yeah. I want to see him in the suit.
Also, he hardly seems like he really did that much to create a mass-like problem. You know what I mean?
He did blow up the U.S. Embassy at one point. Or the Wakandan Embassy.
Yeah, that is a problem, isn't it?
It's a bit problematic, actually. And then all just to get the same three people in a room and be like, Tony, you killed your dad.
Oh, yeah, he did do that. See, I always think, here's another one. Crossbones. I think they kind of wasted him.
Yeah.
I think he could have been a great, like, again, assistant kind of, like a MODOK kind of guy.
Yeah. Kind of a mercenary.
But I'm just a Crossbones, like, fan as far as the way he looks. Mm-hmm. And they just, I really
Do you like
him
in the MCU? Like his look?
It's not bad, actually.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
All right.
But then Wanda's just like...
To be fair, he killed himself.
True. True, but Wanda had to put the cherry on the top and blow up a bunch of kids or whatever.
Yeah, and then she's like... Oh, how could I do such a thing? I don't know. You tell me.
Why didn't you just put like a force field around them?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because then we see her in Multiverse of Madness, and she's doing way worse, like way crazier ability kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And she couldn't figure it out there.
She's like, oh my God, I blew up some people. And then there she's like, I'll kill a kid. I'll kill a kid.
I'll kill a kid if it means I get my kid.
Yeah.
Even though it's not actually my kid.
She's selfish. If you're out there and you're an Elizabeth fucking, what's her last name?
Olsen?
Elizabeth Olsen fan, you suck. And I hate you. Speaking of you, Brandon. A friend of mine named Brandon. Big Lizzie fan. Yeah. She sucks. She's selfish. Anyway.
Because she blew up kids.
Are you ready for my next one?
I am.
Mysterio. But I have in parentheses, he should have been kept alive. It should have been an illusion that he died.
Which one?
From Far From Home.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
Did you?
I thought you said Magneto. Bro. Mysterio.
Oh, sorry. Magneto also wasted. Funny? I forgot.
You know what's funny? Yeah. I was going to put Mysterio, but I was so afraid you were going to like dog on me the rest of the podcast for it.
I think he's great in Far From Home. I just don't think he should have died. I think it should have been an illusion.
I think his drone stuff sucks. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I hate his drones. I would rather it be something more mystical. I don't care. I don't want the stupid drone tech.
So you think he should have been a real sorcerer?
Of a sort.
You know what I think?
Less of that. Cool? More of like a fear toxin kind of guy where he's just like, and then stuff hallucinations and crap. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If it was Marvel's Scarecrow but done correctly, Would have been cool.
Okay.
With like and more purple, like his outfit. I hated, by the way. And
I love his outfit.
Really?
Yeah.
Again, they do those stupid etchings that never existed. They do like an armor look.
Oh, the gold stuff is whatever. But I don't blame them for adding something in the middle, because just all green, same shit here would kind of.
Well, he was supposed to be more scaly. He's more like scaly in the comics.
Mm-hmm. He's got that scaly nature to him. I'm like,
maybe, but he's got like that just the stupid
gold stuff.
Man,
is that the gold
again?
stuff?
Looks like armor. It looks like Armor Wars. Like they're about to come out with Armor Wars. Yeah, that's been MCU so far.
Yep.
I don't know what we're getting.
Metal Wars. It's more Metal
cling,
Wars.
cling.
What they mean, yeah. I just think he should have been left alive. I think if they had left him alive at the end and make him have a big return where he's all out villain, like, because because really in Far From Home you get that one trip out scene where he freaks Peter the fuck out, and then after that you don't really see him as Mysterio again as a villain. You just see him as drones flying around him. Yeah, which is kind of balls. There's some good web slinging in that fucking scene, though.
I do like his deception that made everybody think that Peter was the bad guy. Mm-hmm. I do like how they did that.
That is very Mysterio.
Yeah.
Because he once convinced Wolverine to kill the entire X-Men at one point, I guess.
Really?
I think so.
That's
I think
pretty cool.
It might have been Old Man Logan.
It was Mysterio?
I think it's Old Man Logan, yeah. Mysterio convinced Wolverine to kill the entire X-Men.
Yeah. See, that's a cool storyline.
It's too bad he's fucking useless.
Like, I would never have thought of X-Men and Mysterio.
Yeah.
Especially Wolverine and Mysterio. That's
weird mix, but I know there was like they just did, so you know how they retconned Gwen Stacy and Norman Osborn to be that Norman Osborn and Gwen Stacy had sex and were in a relationship? Yes. Their way of retconning that retcon was Mysterio sitting behind a computer being like, and it was all me the whole time. Are you okay? What just happened?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Norman and Gwen. How do you code that one out?
Well, also
put that there. Mm-hmm.
Does that mean Mysterio knows who Spider-Man is?
Oh, wait a minute. No, he just had a fetish for Gwen for some reason.
I feel like Mysterio...
And Norman, he loves Norman because it's like Elon in that universe, you know what I mean? So he's one of those guys.
He's an Elon fan?
Yeah, he's a heavy Elon fan.
They should make Norman Osborn the Elon Musk of the MCU.
They kind of... Oh, yeah, they should. They haven't yet because Norman doesn't freaking exist in the MCU. Mm-hmm. But yeah, dude. And then he just had like this weird thing for Gwen. And somehow they knew each other in the 8 million population of New York. And then he was just like typing something. He made like a fanfic, like anime porn. He's like, yeah. And then released it to the public and people thought that was real.
Your mind ran very rampant with that idea. Also,
just imagine cornrows. Norman cornrows.
What if that's the illusion? He makes Norman think he has cornrows.
Wow.
Could be a good one. Do you want to
Willem Dafoe?
Do you want to list another one?
William.
I'm fucking tired. Let's do this.
Listen. Okay. We touched up on a lot of these actually already. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hit some DC ones.
Okay.
You ready for this one?
Yeah.
TwoFace.
Okay. Well, in The Dark Knight,
he should have been. They shouldn't have killed him.
So, funnily enough, that's Chris Nolan's one regret with those trilogy of films.
Really?
Is killing Two-Face. Because he said, had he had known that Heath Ledger was going to die...
It didn't matter, though.
He would have kept Two-Face alive for the third one.
No, I don't think that matters. Because I'd rather have them got rid of Joker, sadly. Mm-hmm. Because Joker gets the whole movie to himself, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Two-Face, even though, Two-Face has a lot of scenes in there... It doesn't feel like it's a Two-Face movie. It feels like it's a Batman versus Joker movie.
And what's interesting is, and I heard this listening to The Weekly Planet. Have you heard of them, Ben?
No, I haven't.
They're very good. They basically did a review of the Dark Knight
Someday they'll recognize us, bro.
Probably not.
Someday.
But they're reviewing the Dark Knight trilogy. And they were talking about Two-Face and Heath Ledger. And they make a good point. Heath Ledger is kind of the version of the Joker that kind of just walks in and fucks everything up. The real arc that matters is Harvey Dent. That's where the balance of the movie lies. Because if he takes that turn, Gotham loses its soul.
That movie does a weird balance of everybody.
In a good way.
There's a lot of... Move closer to the mic a little bit. But yeah there's a... Excuse me. There's a lot of just different dynamics going on at once.
It's very strange.
But I still feel like every time I watch it, that Joker just gets more of the movie. And then Two-Face could have taken where that was left off. And it could have like traded off. Then Bane could have been in the third movie. Still, Two-Face goes halfway through, dies or something.
Yeah.
Or
apprehended in
whatever.
some way.
Yeah. And then Bane takes over the rest.
He should have been a part of that movie, and he should have been the judge, Two-Face. Judge Two-Face. Imagine that. I want to see Cillian Murphy show up as Scarecrow. Maybe he's like maybe he's the executioner. You know, he's got the sack and he fucking kills people or whatever. But
I
have
like
Two-Face be the judge.
I kind of like Two-Face as the executioner.
Yeah, but it makes more sense for him to be a judge, though, don't it?
Does it? It does.
Well, you know what's weird?
Because he's like, ting! You chose wrong.
In a way, they're both kind of... For the longest time, I thought Scarecrow was also like an attorney. Because he dresses like it and shit.
Yeah, he does.
But really... And also, you see him in court, but he's actually just testifying to be like, this guy's insane. You should let me have him. And I'll take care of him. I'll take care of him.
I'll take care of this one.
Swear to God.
Death. By exile.
Death! By exile. He should have put a little bit of flavor in there. It's been like, death! By exile. You know? That would have been cool.
Exile! By death. Yeah.
I mean, it does kind of work that way too, doesn't it, actually?
Doesn't it?
Kind of.
Yeah.
So you're right. It does. Those two villains, though, in The Dark Knight, Joker and Two-Face, they do get integrated in a weird way because Two-Face really doesn't exist until the end of the movie. He only gets one real Two-Face scene. But what's weird is you build up to it the whole movie, so it feels earned, but also the Joker propelled the entire story forward and then gets apprehended, and you don't feel like, well, what's up with this? Why is it ending right here? It's like, no, that's the end of his story.
Right.
I think that movie's just woven together so good. It's weird.
That's a good single movie.
It is weird.
You can watch that movie without knowing pretty much anything else.
You don't have to watch Batman Begins to watch it.
Right. You don't have to do that. And you don't have to. You don't have to watch do that. You don't have to watch the third movie either. Yeah. It just is a good solo movie.
It is.
I wish more movies were like that today. See, that's what I was going to get into about Spider-Man villains. It's so like, oh, this has to be bigger, that they can't get one good solo film of like a Spider-Man adventure type of story.
Are you talking about the Tom Holland trilogy specifically?
Oh, yeah, for MCU.
Even Andrew Garfield got a little bit of that.
Well, especially in the second one, God.
Second one's
God awful.
I'd still
as far as villains, I'm not even going to talk about that. Those are not even on my list because obviously they were wasted. They're
wasted in such a bad way that I don't want to see them again. No, that's why they don't exist here.
Yeah. No. Oh my God.
You mean this to your core. I can see it.
Dude. And they wasted Lizard on my opinion too. Even though that was
bad design. Don't like the design. It's the face. It's only the face. The face is the only bad part. Everything else looks so good. So bad.
It's like Sonic the Hedgehog, except this time they didn't listen about the lizard.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they even showed us him until like way late.
In No Way Home, I thought I thought they were going to fix it. I thought they would maybe take their chance to fix it a little bit.
They did with Electro.
Electra. No, they gave him a few more like spikes and whatever, and they tweaked it slightly. Give me a crocodile face, bitch.
Dude. Make him Killer Croc. I don't care. Okay. Get sued and then make him Killer Croc. I don't care.
I'm not adding him to this list, but that's a wasted ass villain right there.
Yes, and he also has bad design.
He is bad in this. I know what they were going for because early days Killer Croc looked like that.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He was like a big gray man.
See, early days Lizard was pretty stupid too.
Yes.
Even that would have looked better though, unfortunately.
Yes. Early days Killer Croc looks like shit. I have never liked that design. Batman the Animated Series had him be that bluish, grayish, weird Killer Croc design. And then they went, fuck it, and gave him green. You know why? Because it looks much better. But also, that might have also been why they didn't do that with Killer Croc, as they went, oh, people are going to think it's the lizard from Spider-Man. Studios do things like that for that reason, though.
Yeah.
You know? Like Moon Knight, the reason they changed Moon Knight is because they're like, we don't want them to just think it was Batman. Brr.
Nobody thinks it's Batman. He's white.
He's white.
No, but for real. All right, give us another one.
Damn, I'm not even halfway through my list.
We're getting there. What do you mean?
Well, I'm not halfway through my list.
I'm looking at your list.
Oh, dog. We haven't mentioned most of it.
Go ahead.
I think...
Oh, you had Two-Face on there.
Did I?
Yeah. You said everyone in Batman and Robin. Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
and
plus
Two-Face.
Two-Face.
But that was Two-Face from Batman Forever, though.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But
Let's get to that.
talk about Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. They wasted Poison Ivy, played by Uma Thurman, which should have been good.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. No. But... No, I got nothing else to say. No.
Yeah.
Just wasted the whole character, period. And Bane.
Oh. My
Wasted.
God. Oh.
They must have been fucked up on tequila when they wrote that script. Because Bane is...
Bane. Drive.
Bane.
America. Bro.
God, further. He just sucks.
I can't believe it.
Bane is a mindless big idiot. Mr. Freeze is like...
He's stupider than Patrick Star.
Mr. Freeze he is. Mr. Freeze feels more like a host of like Family Feud or something, like a game show host. Because he's like, thanks for playing. Yeah. He says that in the movie. I didn't think about that. And Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy.
This is what
her motives suck. I don't think she's acted very well, but it's probably because she's not directed very well. I've never really been a big Uma Thurman person, to be honest.
What's funny is at the very beginning, she's just like, guys, we need to like start treating our Earth better, and people are like, you,
fuck you. Yeah.
Why? What did she do so wrong? Like, it's like she got bullied into being Poison Ivy.
Well, you know what it was is later on in the movie they have her doing dumb shit, so that way you hate her. Which is she's like, when I told Lady Freeze when I pulled her plug. That's as a one-woman show.
By the way, guys, go check out our reaction to Batman and Robin.
It's pretty goofy.
It's not goofy. It's great.
It's great.
Our reaction is great. The movie's goofy.
It's great to a goofy movie.
Yeah.
You ever watch the Goofy movie?
No.
It's a good movie.
I believe it, actually. You know what? I feel like there's one scene I can remember, which is pretty much in every cartoon. Mm-hmm. I swear in that movie, he runs through a wall and he's like...
Yeah, I think he does.
Or something, and it leaves the... Yeah.
Sometimes they like stick on and then they're like head first and they...
I saw one. It was in one cartoon. I don't remember which one. Mm-hmm. But they ran, hit the wall, and then the piece fell out with them.
That's pretty funny.
It is. Yeah, it was. It was probably Tom and Jerry, to be honest. But
probably.
Yeah.
What do you think of... I'll just use some of the heavy hitters. I think that Lex Luthor was wasted in BVS.
Yes.
It's a dog shit picture. Listen.
He's not even Lex Luthor for that long.
I love those Zack Snyder movies. I do. I even love BVS. I love them. But that Lex Luthor is no good. That is a bad Lex Luthor.
I don't mind the actor either. I don't mind
Jesse Eisenberg. I think he could have been good in a different version, maybe. I don't know. I don't love the casting.
You know what? Actually, no. I don't know if I like it.
I feel like he'd have been a better Scarecrow.
Or like a young Mad Hatter or something stupid.
Actually, there were rumors that he was Mad Hatter at first, which he would have been good for.
Really?
Yeah, he's basically doing Mad Hatter. He's like, oh, your time is up, or whatever the fuck. He literally does that at one point. He's like, brah! Whatever reason.
I just hate the like lore that he's like the son. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The son of the real Lex Luthor.
Well,
I hate that.
I think they just did that because they were like, if people don't like this, we can just be like, oh, we meant Lex Luthor.
It's just his millennial son.
Here's Lex Luthor Sr., played by Bryan Cranston.
Yeah,
which is an uninspired casting. It's good casting. It's just very basic.
I always thought Lex was supposed to be like pretty old, like kind of older.
Yeah, maybe a couple. Yeah, he's actually usually like about 10 years older than Superman. So if Superman starts when he's like 28, usually Lex is closer to 40.
Like 40.
Yeah. Which makes sense. I like him in Batman the Animated Series because he's older, one, and two, he's built like a shit brick house still.
Really?
You know? Yeah, he's in good... Lex Luthor's supposed to be in good shape. He's supposed to be a man who lifts and shit like that.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be like ripped.
Well, I see him like an American Psycho that like works out every morning because he's obsessed with weird stuff.
Yeah, exactly. He should be like Billy Zane from the Titanic. You've seen that? You've seen the Titanic, right?
Yeah.
He's the dude that like that's kind of a douche, and he's like with Rose, but Rose doesn't want to marry that guy or whatever. That guy.
Oh yeah.
Has been fan casted for Lex Luthor for years.
Seriously?
They should have done it. He's
it's been
a
years
spitting
since I saw
image.
him.
He's old now. He's old.
Really?
He was in The Boys at one point. He makes an appearance in there. I think he plays like a Lex Luthor spinoff in like a Homelander movie.
Funny.
I think. Yeah, it's like a Homelander like movie advertisement that they show. Yeah. I said they wasted Victor Zsasz and Black Mask in Birds of Prey.
See, I haven't watched that movie, so I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's balls.
I believe it.
Wait, sorry. The movie's good. It's a good movie. It's just Victor Zsasz, his characterization is fucking off. They made him like... I don't care if Victor Zsasz is gay. I don't think he should have interest in love. He's literally a psychotic man who is strictly interested in killing people because he loves to cut himself and give himself a tally every time he kills someone. That's like his obsession.
Yeah.
He loves that shit. He should be like Hannibal Lecter type shit.
Yeah.
So I don't mind him. Even in Gotham, he's played... I forget the actor's name, but he's in Barry. He's really good.
Isn't he like the first guy we come across in Nightfall?
Yeah, he does come up in Nightfall, yeah.
Yeah, he's like the first one that Batman like apprehends.
Right.
And right from there, I was like, oh man, this guy's kind of cool.
Right.
He's kind of crazy.
And he's a crazy dude and whatever. And he's in Gotham, he's played by an actor. He's really good. I can't remember his name. But he's in Barry and stuff like that. He's a fantastic actor. He was perfect for it. And he plays Zsasz as like potentially being... kind of gay. Like, it seems like he could potentially be gay, but he doesn't.
Well, isn't he supposed to be like just straight up prisoner kind of guy?
He's supposed to be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
but
straight
like,
up
I thought he's
crazy.
always like in prison one way or another.
I mean, usually he is, yeah. Because he's always... a lot of times his like outfit is usually him wearing like a straight jacket.
That's what I mean.
You know, and usually he carves up his head and whatever. He's fucked up, but he's great. And Black Mask is fantastic. It's played by not Ewan Griffith, Erwin McGregor. And he's fantastic. He's literally great. He was so good. He should have been locked up at the end, but spoiler alert, he gets blown up with a fucking grenade. And him and Zsasz have like a love story between them, and it's weird. Because Black Mask, like, usually he's like I could see him being like an orgy man, he has the gold necklace and he keeps the mask on and he's like, I have sex with whoever I want. But like, it's just him and Zsasz have this thing and it's so weird. I don't know why they chose that decision, but it's a good movie. They just waste those two villains. They should not have killed Black Mask. They should not have killed off Zsasz. And Zsasz should have been played by a different actor and been completely different. Minor changes.
Watch this movie because I like both of those villains. Mm-hmm. I just haven't seen them in this movie.
But really
maybe
good.
Then again, maybe I shouldn't.
That's true.
If you're saying you don't really care for it.
There's a couple characters that are wasted in Birds of Prey, but it's also a movie I still really like, though.
Really?
It's basically just DC's Deadpool, but with Harley Quinn. They did Harley Quinn great.
They did really shitty marketing for that movie.
Yeah, they changed the name midway through marketing.
They did, didn't they?
It was supposed to be just called, I think it was just called Birds of Prey, and then they changed it to Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, the story of Harley's emancipation or something. And Harley's magnificent emancipation. It's one of those.
I didn't even know about it when it came out. I didn't know it came out.
Well, there's supposed to be a story between... It's supposed to be about Harley breaking free from the Joker. But the problem is, you never established that they were in an abusive relationship that was toxic. Never once. So it just seems like, oh, I had my boyfriend, we were great, but then people just separate. But in the movie, they treat it like he was the worst, so I had to kick him to the curb. It's like, we didn't see any of that. He seemed like he was pretty well into you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Who do I have? Bro, I think I hit everybody, actually.
Really?
Let me see. Yeah, I did. We
Good
hit
on
all mine.
you. I have a couple more. I have Deathstroke. We can just lightly talk about that.
I agree.
He's just wasted because they haven't done anything with him.
I also, well, they were going to, right? But
They've had Joe Manganiello by the balls
You know-
for about 10 years now and have done nothing with
see,
it.
this is why I'm excited for the new DCU. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure they're going to bring him in.
They should keep it as Joe Manganiello. I think he's good casting.
He's going to get old, though.
I don't like the hair.
Dude, this is
Deathstroke
gonna
is
be-
old, though.
Yeah, but this is going to be a 10-year plan. We're not going to get Deathstroke this first phase of DCEU.
True.
Probably not even the second. Maybe the second. Maybe. Because they're doing this whole, like, what's it, gods and monsters thing. That's their whole phase 1.
Yeah.
He ain't even going to show up until at least phase 2.
I agree.
Let's be real. That's probably like 10 years down the line.
I think they should keep him because Joe Manganiello is early 40s, and by the end of it, he could be like 55 or so whenever his run as Deathstroke ends. But also, and whenever he shows up in Justice League and stuff like that, they colored his hair gray and stuff like that to look like comic book Deathstroke, who has gray hair and shit because he's older. Mm-hmm. But just do away with that shit and just let his hair be natural. Just have it be a little bit of gray, like salt and pepper. Just let it be salt and pepper. That's what it is.
Didn't James Gunn say that he's not going to have anybody be the same character that they were before?
No, he said he's not going to have anybody play two characters. Okay. So he said like Jason Momoa. He's not going to play Aquaman. I still don't think
he's
going
to use them though because it's too much confusion.
You're probably right. Now some characters are going over to the new one. Like Shazam, played by Zachary Levi. Him and probably the whole family are safe. He confirmed that Zachary Levi's safe. So that probably means...
Are they going to be in the DCEU, though?
Mm-hmm. The DCU. They're keeping...
Yeah, they're getting rid of EU?
Yeah. It's going to be called the DCU.
Okay, that's easier, whatever.
They're bringing over John Cena. John Cena's going to stay. Harley Quinn will probably stay as Margot Robbie. Robbie, sorry. Nobody really wants to see anybody else take an attempt at that, for being honest. And then who else is confirmed? Aquaman. Aquaman's confirmed to be still moving on.
Yeah, but okay. Well, we'll just have to see with the Flash movie how that works out.
There's rumors that apparently they're thinking about keeping him.
What?
Ezra Miller. Or them, sorry. There's rumors that they're thinking about keeping him. Yeah, that was everybody else's reaction. Okay. What I think they'll probably do, or what they should do, is if they need to recast, which they probably should, I think they should probably just have Flash be like, oh no, I gotta run for my life. And basically, as he gets shot or whatever, like Flashpoint, how he gets shot in like the knee or whatever, have him run. And basically, this happens in the comics a few times too, where basically like Barry runs himself to death trying to reverse the world or whatever. So when he runs himself to death, he just restarts the universe, and then a new Flash is made, played by somebody else. Easy fix. Or whatever, or just kill him in the multiverse. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of that stuff though, if he did do it, some of it's kind of irredeemable.
Sadly,
I don't know.
Sadly, I would be okay with not having a Flash for a long time.
Disagree.
I know.
Well, that's not an agreement or non-agreement thing, but I want a Flash. I want a proper fucking Flash.
No,
because
okay.
This Flash, this Barry Allen, played by Ezra Miller, it's kind of an amalgamation of him and Wally West, and I think they need to differentiate the two.
I don't get the interest in Flash. I'm not interested in Quicksilver either. I think they're kind of stupid characters, in my opinion.
That's how I feel about stretchy characters.
That's my thing. This super speed just doesn't really... I don't care. Because it's like, it's almost like an overpowered type of deal of like Superman level. It's like, okay, well, if they can just keep running faster and faster, and now we're playing with, they can even run like pretty much faster than light. So they're just like going back in time. I don't care.
Superman also does that a few times.
I don't care.
I
think it's stupid. I just do.
I like the Flash. I also like Quicksilver. I think they should be different characters.
Just imagine being the Flash though, and apparently you can run for a really long time and you don't deteriorate or whatever. you're just overpowered. That's all. Like, you can beat anything.
Till you punch a man of steel. Until Captain Cold shoots the ground and you slip on the ice.
Captain Cold.
You telling me that you can still run after you slip on
What's
some ice?
colder than ice? Captain Cold Ice.
What froze the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Mr. Freeze.
He's the worst. I'm going to kind of throw these three together. The Apocalypse, the Sentinels, and Magneto. All X-Men related. See, Apocalypse was wasted, and I don't even know if I need to
was
explain.
very wasted.
That was a minor league villain.
He's supposed to be the Apocalypse.
Yes.
I don't think people get it. And he comes around like once every few whatever.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't do shit.
He didn't do anything.
And they got Oscar
He blew
Isaac.
up like half of a Middle Eastern town or whatever.
I like Oscar Isaac. I think he's a great actor. I don't think he was the right choice for that.
Oh my God, that was Oscar Isaac.
It was Oscar Isaac.
What? I totally forgot. Oh, no wonder Moon Knight looked so funky.
I think Apocalypse should maybe be a CGI'd character like Thanos.
100%.
Yeah, he should just be a big dude.
Look at him in the my Marvel Legends were over there. Mm-hmm. Dude.
When you look at him, he always looks like a robot more than anything.
I think he's supposed to be kind of like one.
Yeah,
like kind of cyborgy.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a big Thanos Cable mashup.
He does look like that. He looks like Thanos if he wore face paint.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's wasted the Sentinels. I think they wasted this because they never did.
That's one of my favorite just things is the Sentinels. Just imagine these giant robots.
In X-Men: The Last Stand, they had a good design for the Sentinels. It was just comic accurate.
Yeah.
And it was just all an illusion. It was all the war room or whatever. Yeah. The practice room.
Stupid.
And you're like, fuck.
Why do they do that, though? Why do they
know.
actually do that? I don't think they understand how much it pisses me off, actually.
Well, it's because their way of going, okay, we'll throw something.
Here's your little homage.
Here's your little homage. And you're like, no, I want it. I don't want a homage. I want it.
I hate that. It's like Joker telling you, get the little get a little reach around.
Oh, right, yeah. Is that homage?
No, it just happened.
Oh, giggity.
That's what they do. They give us little reach arounds and they say, hey, here's this. I know you would have liked it. Why do you do that?
It's like, why are you giving me a reach around? Just fuck me. You know?
It's like the Super Bowl the other year where it was like everybody's like hyping it up. Oh my God, they're gonna do the SpongeBob
oh my God!
And then they
I forgot they
us.
did that, and they had Travis Scott falling from the They did
us.
They did the da 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 da, and then it was Travis Scott's Astro World, just a falling meteor. And then they did.
Yeah, sicko mode, dude. They did sicko mode.
Sicko mode. They should have played Stargazing. That's a better song off that album. And then
they should have played the song.
The actual SpongeBob one.
Yes.
Last one that I have, Magneto. But they didn't waste Ian McKellen, Magneto. They wasted fucking Michael Fassbender, Magneto, which is more irritating in my opinion. I love not Ian McKellen. Ian, what's his name? You know, fucking Ian,
Ian Schwartz.
You know, he's Gandalf the fucking white and gray, technically. That's not Ian. Ian McCollum's a kid that I went to school with. That's awkward. Oh my God.
I'm gonna be careful over there.
Ian McKellen. Okay, I was pretty close.
Bro, why is that the first thing that shows up on your Google? I want to know. What? You've searched that guy many times.
Me and McKellen?
Yes.
No.
He was the first thing.
If I type up Ian, he's the third one.
Bro, go back. He was the first one when you typed it in.
I.
A.
Do
it again.
N.
Space.
M.
I swear. Yeah. Okay. It was the M.
Yeah, because the next one is Ian McShane. That's the second most popular Ian. That's the uncle from Hot Rod.
I didn't see the M. I'm sorry.
Ian McDermott's
I was trying to call you out, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you're a bitch for that.
Wow. He's still living?
Yeah. He's looking rough, though. How old is he? He's 83.
He's only 83. That actually ain't bad.
Is he married? I'm pretty sure he had a partner for the longest time.
He's British, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Is this a picture of him and Patrick Stewart kissing? They've done it multiple times.
That's funny. Are they doing that for fun?
Well, I think what's his face? Patrick Stewart's doing it for fun. Ian McKellen's actually gay.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He's a big like LGBTQ activist. Very nice man. He was pretty supportive towards Elliot Page for the longest time, but what was I gonna say? Anyway,
he's a very nice looking man.
He is a very nice looking. He makes you feel comfortable, you know. But look at this. Look at this man.
He could be a good Santa Claus. I'll tell you that.
Listen to this. Look at this. Michael Fassbender.
This is the one you're disappointed in?
This is wasted. He's so good in all three of those movies. Even Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix, which are not good movies.
Yeah.
He kills it. I would argue he's the best part of Dark Phoenix and Apocalypse. Hands down, in my opinion. He might be the best part of First Class, too.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
I think he just might carry that whole line.
We're going to go through his movies right here, okay? Shame, I'm pretty sure this movie is somewhat well regarded, right? It's a pretty decent movie. 79% Rotten Tomatoes, 7.2 in IMDb. Whatever, he's doing all right. Prometheus, bombed. X-Men First Class, did pretty good. It's an actual good movie. Alien Covenant, bomb. Assassin's Creed, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Steve Jobs, bombed. Jane of
Did
Ire.
Steve Jobs bomb?
Yeah, they
Why?
didn't do very good at all. I just think people... Well, we also got the...
Was he Steve Jobs?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the Ashton Kutcher version of Steve Jobs like 2 years prior or something like that. So I think people were like, why the fuck are we doing this again? It just... You look at these...
I forgot Ashton Kutcher did that.
If you look at Michael Fassbender, he's literally known as being the actor who's great, who has the worst agent in the world. Because he keeps getting the worst role. He's in fucking Jonah Hex. I've never seen this movie, and I will never...
Look at the reviews. Look at the reviews. What are they?
Watch it. Yeah, let me...
Oh!
63% like this movie, 4.7 on IMDb, 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, 3.8 out of 5 on Vudu.
On Vudu.
You know who plays Jonah Hex? Josh Brolin. Cable. Thanos.
Wow.
This is... John Malkovich is in this. Michael Fassbender is in this.
Will Arnett is too.
Will Arnett is. Jimmy Hayward. I'm pretty sure he was in X-Men 3. Oh, no, he's not. I thought that was the guy that played. Either way. Babe. Michael Shannon's in this. This is... Lance Reddick is in this. I fucking love Lance Reddick. Wes Bentley's in this.
Stacked, but it's a terrible movie.
It's a terrible movie. I've never seen it, but I've heard
Have you noticed that some movies, when they're too stacked, it just becomes terrible? And I wonder if it's because the reason... That's funny that you just typed in "this is the end."
I've never liked this movie.
I've never liked it either. I think it's cringy.
I think it's a bad movie.
I think a lot of people think it's, oh, that's so funny, it's so edgy or whatever.
I just
think it's stupid.
I think it's a bit of fun, but I don't think it's very good. Martin stars in this?
And it's not even like I'm taking it seriously. I just didn't think it was that funny. There was a lot of dick jokes.
Well, it was the idea. It was dick jokes, and it was just them going, okay, what if we got every single person that was ever famous?
But that's what I'm saying. If you take... and here's my theory on why that's bad. Mm-hmm. You have too many stars. The reason they're stars is because they've carved in a style that's so unique
to them.
Throw it all together. Now everybody wants their own like style to come through in a movie that you can't have everyone's style. It just won't work.
I think is like. I did not mean to do that.
That's funny.
I want to play it though. Hold on. Hold on.
It's the fact that it's coming out of your drawer.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Actually, let me look this up real quick. What are the most star-studded movies of all time? I'm gonna look up star-studded cast movies. What comes up as like a very star-studded?
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I'm just kind of curious.
They're probably a lot of them. Well, this is gonna give you all the good ones. Oh,
That's
never
true.
mind.
I don't know. Wait, what was that?
What was that?
I have Movie 43. I forgot about this movie.
That's
again,
bad movie.
That's a bad movie. Yeah, I don't know. There's just when I think about big movies with a lot of well, I don't know, because if you think about like Avengers movies, that's all pretty famous people.
They weren't. A-list until Avengers, in my opinion.
True.
I can't call them A-list.
I will say
until
that
they were
propelled
made.
them quite a bit.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good point. I don't know. They always do like if you think about like a movie like
Think
Ocean's
of the movies
11
before
or whatever.
MCU. It's kind of hard to do, but think about it.
It's kind of hard. Listen, I'm at that point now. I'm in this weird place where I grew up with the MCU, so I'm very fond of it. Mm-hmm. But I'm also at a point now where I'm starting to really have a deep appreciation for film, and I kind of want the MCU to go away a little bit so I can watch real things every now and then.
Yeah.
You know, like I watched Cocaine Bear the other day, just because I'm like I need to watch something else than superhero stuff every now and then.
How was that, by the way?
It was fine. Should have been better.
I mean,
it's not that it should have been more fun.
It's a stupid little.
It should have been a stupid fun movie, but
it was less fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun, but I think it was like it was kind of a lot of like it gets crazy and then it's calm for a good 20 minutes. Then it's crazy and then it's calm. And I think it should have just been fucking off the handles crazy, because that's kind of what it promises in the trailer, like an off the handles
And it
crazy
wasn't
movie.
that. Wow.
It was in a lot of places, but not the whole movie. There's a lot of pacing.
See, guys,
stuff
don't
for
think
me.
I'm just saying like, oh, that's just a stupid movie. I wouldn't like that. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite movies is Hot Rod.
I was gonna say Hot Rod.
So
That's kind of a good movie, though, in general, though.
but it's also just super stupid the whole way through.
Super stupid, though. It knows what it is.
It knows what it is, but it does it really well. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. I don't think I'm getting the really well part.
I think Cocaine Bear was directed decently well. It's just it just should have been more fun. And which sucks. You know who directed that?
Who?
Elizabeth Banks. You know who Elizabeth Banks is?
I do.
Betty Brant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that wild? Miss Brant, bring me a violin. It's a good time. Anyway, Ben, is there anything you want to talk about before we kick out of here?
Well, you had Doctor Doom on there from 2015.
Actually, I did. Yeah, I forgot. I skipped over that. Yeah. What do you think of that? I think he's wasted.
I mean, yeah, but
I think
I'm
that
kinda
whole
glad.
movie is wasted.
You know what? I'm glad because it didn't give anybody any reason to keep that series going or that Fantastic Four model going.
Well, you know what? It worries me because it makes me go, the next time they do Fantastic Four, I'm willing to bet the MCU is going to go, we need to do something different, you know, because they always get that in their head. So now that they're going to be like, oh, we need to do something different. We can't do Green Goblin again. We can't do whoever again. They're going to go, oh, we can't do Doctor Doom again, but we can tease him at the end. No, you can do Doctor Doom again. Do him right.
They're gonna do Doctor Doom again. By the
I
way.
think they'll do him right.
No,
too.
they're gonna do him right.
I saw rumors that Adam Driver was up for Doctor Doom. I don't hate that.
Really?
He's not Romani, but I don't hate that. Because, like, especially his Kylo Ren voice. Like, I know people are like, that's an uninspired casting. Yes, but I still think sometimes uninspired castings, like Bryan Cranston as Lex Luthor. Obviously. But he could be good. Adam Driver could do it. I think he could. His Kylo Ren voice and his
I'm trying to think of
mannerisms.
something I've seen him in.
You probably wouldn't have seen him in a lot of stuff because I've seen him in Marriage Story. I've seen him in everything Star Wars, obviously. He's in a movie called What If that I fucking love to death. I love Adam Driver. He's great. What else is he in? He's in some other stuff. Oh, he's in The Last Duel, which he's pretty good on. So
Yeah, I need to watch some more of that kind of stuff, I guess. I just need to watch Star Wars, according to a lot of people.
I'm telling you, dude. I think you'd like Star
I
Wars,
think the
especially
problem is-
I think you'd like the original trilogy more than anything.
Here's the problem. If I get halfway in and then I don't like it, that's a big time commitment for me.
Churro.
That's a lot of time.
I want to get you through the original trilogy, and I may just stop there. Because when it comes
funny,
to
actually.
when it comes to the prequels,
But then
one-
what if I'm hooked and then I'm like, but I want to keep watching, and then I waste my time later.
and then you go, oh, now I don't want to give anything else a chance. You know what I kind of want to do? I think I could do original trilogy with you.
Look at my
You're looking sexy. And then do the sequel trilogy from Disney because there's some good stuff in there. Maybe we'll skip Rise of Skywalker. I don't know. And then whenever it comes to the prequel trilogy, Maybe if you like it up to that point, then I'll go, okay, I'll show you the prequels. 1 and 2 are bad, but they're fun. We'll just have to make fun of it a lot and just make our own fun of it. And then Revenge of the Sith is really good, in my opinion. I love Revenge of the Sith. You get to see Anakin become Darth Vader, so that's what I love about it. But there's a lot of stuff I want to show you. I want to show one night, I want me, you, and Chloe to have a little movie night and watch La La Land, because it's a good movie.
I believe you on that one.
Yeah, directed by the guy who made Babylon, so it's kinetic the whole way through.
Yeah, I mean every time I see any, even just the movie cover, I'm like, that's so Babylon.
Yeah.
You know,
I've been listening to that score of Babylon a lot lately.
I just have a feeling even La La Land is really gonna like fuck me up.
It's very sad. It's got a lot of. It's very. It's called La La Land, and it's capitalized for a reason. L.A. Right. So it's got a lot of that. Like, we're new to L.A. and we have dreams, and then it also like
and they get crushed.
It hits a point, and everybody just gets crushed. So yeah. Anyway, no spoilers for La La Land here.
It just sounds like that's what that director likes to do. Make movies about crushed dreams.
Yeah,
even though I have a feeling like his dream was to be a director.
I don't. That's funny.
You know?
Yeah. That's
so
funny.
like, who is he talking about?
It's like, didn't you live all this shit out?
And like actually come through? Like, are you just trying to put other people down?
I want to see more Damien Chazelle hating and loving Hollywood movies. Because that's what La La Land is. It's how LA can break you and make you at the same time.
Yeah.
What is Babylon? It can make you and break you.
I have a feeling it's more like he achieved his dream, but at what cost? You know what I mean? I think it's that kind of thing.
That's exactly what La La Land is.
Yeah.
It's about sacrifice. It's about a sacrifice I know me and you talk about on a daily basis.
Time.
Like, is this worth it? Like, do we have to lose everything?
Everything comes down to time and money.
Patience.
Well, yeah, that's time.
Because we know that there's not a million of you out there listening to this.
You know what? Someday there will be.
There will be. I'm confident. I'm going to give you my best Lando Calrissian face. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, that was beautiful.
I can't do it anymore. Anyway, Ben, I'm done. I'm getting tired.
Listen, guys. If you like what you're listening to, now if you like what you're seeing, by the way,
hit me up.
Hopefully.
I'm a funny guy. Come on.
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
No, listen.
Understood.
Do that, what that's saying to do, right there. Go look at our YouTube video channel thing. Mm-hmm. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell notification that I... What's funny is in this looped video,
Are you going to reveal the secret sauce?
No, listen, this is pretty funny.
What's happening here?
With my own other YouTube channel, I was already subscribed. So I'm one of our... Okay, more than one. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm probably like 3 of our subscribers.
I'm one of them.
Out of like 103.
We were very upset when we found out we couldn't subscribe to issue 1 through issue 1.
The only button we have is customize channel. Motherfucker. But so here's the embarrassing thing about this loop over here. I already had the bell turned on.
You had to turn
Watch it. Watch it. So I subscribe again. It's already on all. So I just tap it again because I didn't know what to do.
I love that you didn't just go, because this is just a screen recording off of your phone, right?
Yeah.
I love that you didn't just go, oh, well, I'll just turn it off and then
redo it. No, dude.
You're like, no, this is what we're doing. And that's what we respect about
guys,
you.
actually. No, for real. Check us out. If you like what you see, consider subscribing. Mm-hmm. We'd really appreciate it. We're trying to really pump out stuff this year. That's kind of the whole goal. We literally are risking a lot because we are now in this new place.
I moved into a house with him just so we could do this better,
more often,
and whatever.
So we're gonna do that, and
I'm saying give me pity money. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But you know what? If you're listening on Spotify, we appreciate you. On Apple Music, we appreciate you. Anywhere, we appreciate you. But
TikTok,
if you do want to start,
appreciate you there.
If you do want to start watching us, you can head over to our YouTube. We're going to start uploading full podcasts. It sounds like,
yeah.
And if not full, at least we have a ton of clips now. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we appreciate you guys, and thank you. think you a lot.
I think you're a bitch, but appreciate it.
I think, you know what? If you liked what you saw, hit us up at issue1podcast@gmail.com.
Uh-huh.
You can give us some ideas.
Uh-huh.
And also, if you give us ideas, we're not just going to steal them. I will say, hey, this guy. Unless you don't want to be called out. That's fine.
True. Put it in the email.
I'm also not
going
to act like, we came up with this great idea, and we're going to make a video out of it. No, we're not going to do that. In fact, if you really wanted to be on the video and you came up with a great idea, we would consider it.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
If they came up with the idea, 100%.
Maybe you deserve a shot.
Yeah.
Maybe we deserve a shot.
But yeah. At issue1gmail.com.
Gmail.com. Yeah, anyway.
At issue.gmail.com.
We're on Facebook and Instagram.
Dude, this is bad.
Yeah.
This whole end segment is bad. I'm just ruining it.
And we love you.
We're at Issue 1 Podcast everywhere, so check us out. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, kids. This was great.